So introduce yourself. Like I know your story quite well, so it's tempting to talk a lot, but I think it's better to hear it from you.
So, okay, the whole story in a sentence. We started as the online platform Brains to Ventures, matching angel investors and startups, like LinkedIn is doing today. And today we are a special venture firm doing both, investing as a normal VC. We have raised 7 funds so far, and offering a collaboration platform to 250 angel investors. With
how many?
250.
250, and some of them I know. If you look at your website,
you know many.
Recognize a lot of people coming to NOAH.
You know many. And Marco, first, before we start in this, thank you so much for building this ecosystem and bringing us all together. Yes, it's true. There are like a dozen of the B2B super angels here, and the more overlap we create, the better it is. And thank you so much for everything you have done so far. It's huge.
Back to B2V. How much assets you have under management?
A lot. Yeah, let's say a lot. And we invest about 100 million per year.
Okay, that's a great number. So you have these 250 angels. They started in 2000, right? So that's kind of when the whole thing started. And then you became so successful, so you launched some funds where you let Swiss corporates, I think, also invest. Is that right?
At first, it took us 6 years to launch the first fund, because, I mean, how do you become a VC? Either you inherit a lot of money, or you sell a company and you don't know what to do, and you're bored, and you're not brave enough to start a new one. And as a student, which I was, it took us a long way, and we had to go the hard way. And when we realized a year after the launch, and the .com bubble had burst, that we couldn't make this thing online running, we created a service business for angels. And in 2004, I did the first angel syndicate offline. And this syndicate has a lot to do with you, Marco, because I said, if we don't do this by 1st of May 2004, I stop it. Because I had worked on it for, I think, 7 or 8 months. And it was Xing. You bought that company public. 18 months later, you were better than Goldman, and that's why you got the mandate. And
well, we didn't get the mandate. Goldman got the mandate, and then Lars had to fire Goldman Sachs. I was literally in the delivery room, writing the prospectus on the phone, fighting with lawyers if it's the leading professional network, or if it's leading. These two words, and the. If you ever ask the people who worked on the Xing IPO, they do like the lawyers. I wasn't their favorite person. You're fighting very hard. Yes, we had 6 million revenues, and it was 165 million, 170 million valuation. There was one meeting with Kingdom, this big investor in New York, which was our last meeting, and they took 25% of the deal, and we got the deal done. So you were also there, yeah.
Yeah, we can write a book about Xing, but thank you, Mark, again. I mean, this was, I think, the beginning of Europe becoming brave and thinking, okay, we can do something here.
So investors usually talk about their startups, right? What are your biggest success stories from B2V?
So, success, what is success, right? We have
size, valuation, come on.
Okay, so, we have 11 IPOs done so far, and right now something like, more than half a dozen of unicorns in the portfolio. However, Marco, I suggest that we define that we should stop talking about unicorns because of several reasons. First, there's inflation, right? And in 10 years' time, it's nominal thing which doesn't count anyways. But seriously, yes, it's about money. What we do here, we are proven. We have to prove that we earn money, serious money, yeah. But do we want billion-euro companies? No, we want very serious companies which are way bigger and are independent. So, you know, it's an intermediate stage. And secondly, and more importantly, I think success has other facets, like quality, right? We talked about fast fashion. Quality of products, quality of a company culture, where people like to go, where people grow. And if they are happy and eventually sell the company because it is successful, because it delivers great quality, if they then pass on their experience, their networks, and their capital to the younger generations as angel investors, and if the entrepreneurs then come back to me and say, Florian, I want to be part of this tremendous super angel group with B2B, this journey of 5 to 15 years was great, then I say, I'm successful.
Okay, very nice. How do you find your startups? What are your investment criteria? For whom is B2B relevant here in the room?
The earlier, the better. I really like the founders in their living room, working at home, having a great idea on one piece of paper. That's where we really love to get in.
And the name Brains to Venture, which is beautiful. I guess you have just a brain, a great idea, and you basically incubate it together with your angel investors.
No, we don't incubate them, and we don't produce them. Right?
What value add you give to the entrepreneurs?
So first of all, we are lucky to partner with them, because it's them doing the 99.9% of the work. I think investors can be adding no value, and that's sometimes better than adding negative value.
Okay.
And if we see that in the board, by the way, we really take care of that. We want to change that constellation, because the entrepreneurs have so much to do. But of course, there's also positive value add. And then I distinguish two things. There are problems that have been solved 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. And for this, we are good. We can tell them, well, talk to him, talk to her, or here's the list. We have open sourced all our knowledge on how to run a board meeting, how to recruit people, at what stage, and that changes, right? A seed stage company has a different way to recruit than pre-IPO. So we have documented all of that on our website at btov/resources. Right?
I heard that a fast-rising startup has to replace its entire workforce every 5 years.
Yeah, that's hard work.
But sad, no?
But it's really sad. But sometimes you have companies where you don't have to do that because they are so great. We have companies where fluctuation is below 5%.
Well, we're going to have 3 portfolio companies of yours now in a row. And you helped me very much also to get the companies here. So it's a real pleasure, Florian, to see how B2V and you grew in really amazing speed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marco.